I hit a wall so bad. My legs are dead. I'm really sick.
Hey,
Good morning and welcome back to Svalbard. The sun is shining finally. It's been a little bit bad lately, but today it feels like summer. It is 3 degrees though, so it's cold. Not gonna lie, it's pretty cold, but it feels summery anyway. So the other day I was sitting at my computer and up pops a memory, Facebook memories, which can be great or sometimes terrible, especially if you were, a young user like me, party memories. But anyway, so up comes a memory, and it's one of the races I did, that I keep telling you about, like, oh my gosh, I used to do triathlons, I used to do swim runs, like it was not even that long ago. And I click on it, and guess what the timestamp says? 10 years ago? I'm getting old. 10 years ago. 10 years ago. Like, I've been using this like it's me, like I did it last week, like last year. I've been talking about it like it's what I do. And then I realized I cannot live on old merits like this anymore. Like, it's not, like, I cannot use this as something to brag about when it's 10 years ago. So the first thing I did was go online, and I'm like, well, isn't there a marathon up here soon? Yes, there was. So I went straight in and I signed up for the half marathon, and that was 3.5 weeks before it was time to run. And I haven't done a single day of running since last summer, which is a year ago, because, we don't run during polar night and winter. It's just too much to run with like a firearm. It's just not comfortable. So I was like, well, that's going to go great. And I told myself that I should just be able to wing it because that's what I did 10 years ago. But then when you think about that, I'm 33 now. So I was 23 when I, just decided to wing it. Can you just, like, I want to think that my body has aged. You know what I mean? Like, that I won't bounce back like I did before. There's only one way to find out. We're running that race. But then also, as much as I love to do like super, challenging hikes and races and stuff like that, I'm also a little bit lazy at heart. So the first thing I did was Google how long before a marathon, half marathon, mind you, that's what I was doing, can you actually make an improvement? Like, how much time do you need to actually become better at running? And it said, well, you need 6 to 12 weeks. So I took that as I don't need to train at all because it's not going to make a difference, which was perfect because that meant that I didn't have to do anything. I just had to show up on the day and hope for the best. But I told myself, I'll just do some running, like just a few sessions to at least see that my legs work, to like check my shoes and see that. I don't know what I was thinking, but maybe there's just like that I can do it. That was my first running session in a year. And I was supposed to only do like a couple of kilometers. And then I'm like, I might as well do 5. And now I am dying. But I did it. And I did it within 32 minutes, which is completely fine. So much better than I thought. Oh, so I kind of feel hopeful now, but I don't think you see how red I am. It doesn't even do justice. I'm so red, but I feel super tired. And I also did this running after a 1 hour leg and full body workout. So I feel pretty good about it. So that was my plan. Then I also went on vacation in the middle of this. And you know, when you go on vacation, you really don't eat like you should. Well, not like you should. You enjoy life. You know, I had donuts for breakfast. Best day of my life. And I told myself again, I'll do a little bit of running there because it's warm. It's going to be easy. It's warm outside. I have a half marathon in 6 days, by the way. I have not run a single time when I've been down here. But you know what? I'm just going to wing it. I'm going to do all of the other exercises and I'm just going to prepare myself mentally and then I'm just going to go for it. I don't know. Did I do any running when I was there? No, I did not. I did not. But again, I had just told myself it's going to be fine. Because that's what it was 10 years ago. It was fine doing this kind of stuff.
Good morning. It's race day. Oh, Lord. So today, pretty good. Today we're going to eat oats with blueberries. I'm also going to have skyr with good yogurt on the side and a ton of water. We have to leave in 1.5 hours. Hey. 1.5 hours. I have to start running in 2. I was gonna drink a coffee. We want bowel movements galore before we go. Okay? We want.
Is it busy?
The weather report is it's 1 degree and little wind, not a lot of wind. I am so tired because I traveled for 2 days, came home yesterday, slept now for 10 hours. But the days before, I've slept like nothing. So I feel like trash. Oh no, it's not a good feeling to start this day with. Oh my.
I finished my breakfast, drank lots of fluids, and then started to get ready. This is everything that I chose to bring with me, either on me or in my running vest. I had 1 energy gel, a protein bar, chapstick, my heart rate strap, headphones, and an action camera. Christopher would be hanging around the course at different spots, so I prepared for him to have a change of buff for me as well as a cap. It took me about 1 second of going outside though to realize I would be needing to wear that cap because it was so bright and I would just end up getting a headache. When it came to my clothing, I chose my only insulated pair of running tights, a wool thermal long sleeve and a wind jacket. With a temperature of 1 degree outside and a little bit of wind, I really wanted to avoid getting cooled down by the breeze. I had bought new pairs of Gore-Tex running shoes 3 weeks earlier, so I had been using them for those weeks to warm them up. So that's what I had on my feet. Now let's take a look at the course I would be running. Today's half marathon starts outside the sports hall, leading us up to Nybyen and down past Huset. We then run past the church, down by the gas station, and then back up the main road in Longyearbyen. We loop back down on the main street and head out into Adventdalen. Out here, which ends up being just about the 10-kilometer mark, we loop and run back towards town again. We now continue all the way out towards the airport, then back uphill, up Burma Road, and then the last kilometer in towards goal. So let's go.
You don't see me. Okay.
Number 1. We are now a bit more than 1 kilometer in, I think 1.5. And my pace is working great. I think it says my heart rate's around 120. And so far it feels good. Now we have a bunch of downhill. So I'm just gonna try to utilize that and chill. But it's so beautiful. Look at this. It's absolutely incredible. I'm already sweating, but I've opened up. I should be fine. Okay, now I gotta focus. Soon 2 kilometers. Just 18 to go, 19.
I quickly found a pace that kept my heart rate down but was quick enough to get me to goal within my wanted finish time of 2 hours and 30 minutes. I didn't really care what time I actually finished, but it's really good to set a goal so you have a pace to keep with, because running can be as much as a mental challenge as it is a physical one. The first few kilometers flew by. I was listening to a podcast and just chilling.
Det är så.
Going okay. Pretty chill so far. Kilometers in, and now I'm starting to feel it in my legs or in my knees, but now we're on our way home. Just 12 more to go. 13? I don't know.
As you might know already, we are required to carry a firearm whenever we leave the settlement, but the race had polar bear guards all around the course to keep us safe, so nobody had to run with a firearm. Now this is where the race really began for me. At 12 kilometers I hit my first proper wall, and this is when all the doubt in the world attacks you and tells you to stop running. And the only way to get through it is to keep running and not stop. My legs were at this point really starting to hurt. My breathing was completely fine, but I could feel my muscles aching and my speed was starting to slow down.
Kom igen Cecilia! Ja, det är Cecilia.
Det går bra. Går det? Ja, hej då.
Ja, nu är det seg.
Hej då.
Hej Grim!
Ja.
Kilometer 13. I hit a wall at 12. So bad. But I didn't stop, I just ran through it. Whew. So now I'm feeling pretty good again. It is slower now though. But speed isn't the goal. Let's just do it.
After surviving my runner's wall, I ran into a lovely bout of euphoria instead, and I felt invincible. This kept me fueled up until the 16-kilometer mark, at which point my legs just said no, thank you, no more. And what sucked about this is that the last few kilometers were uphill. So safe to say, I was starting to struggle.
16.5 kilometers. My legs are dead. Now we're just... This is willpower. I'm dying, but not like my breath is fine, as you can hear, but my legs gone. So let's just, the last part is uphill. Let's just do this. "18 kilometers. 19. Just a bit of walking. It's okay. Oh, fy fan.
Jag kan inte stanna, det gör jag.
Cecilia.
On a little bit. I could tell you were running fucking 4-0.
Nummer 3 også i klassen på 41 minutter og 48 sekunder. Gratulerer med det, Einar. Da er det på 42.03.
Oh my god, I'm dying now. But I did it! I have no idea what time, I think 2:25 or something.
Just a quick break in the video to introduce today's sponsor, which is Brilliant.org. Brilliant is the best way to learn math and computer science interactively. So the other day I had to do a simple math equation of division, and I realized that I don't know how to do it anymore. So right now I'm doing the course Everyday Math on Brilliant to brush up on those kind of math equations and just the everyday math that we actually use every day. If a kid knows how to do division, I should be able to know how to do division, right? Brilliant has thousands of lessons from foundational and advanced math to AI, scientific thinking, data science, and more, with new lessons added monthly. Interactive learning has also been proven to be 6 times more effective than passive learning, like watching lecture videos. To try everything that Brilliant has to offer free for a full 30 days, head to brilliant.org/Cecilia or click the link in the description. The first 200 of you will get 20% off Brilliant's annual premium subscription. And thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much to Brilliant for sponsoring this video. And let's head back to the running. Whew. Can you believe that I did it? And how freaking cool is this medal? I'm here to debrief a few days later, about a week later, because if I'm gonna be honest, I could not walk for maybe 3 days afterwards. Like, not at all. Like, it was probably the worst pain I've ever felt from working out. Or do you know what? Last time I felt like this was when I ran my other half marathon 10 years ago. So I did kind of recover as fast as I thought. You know, it's never been like, oh, I'm gonna run a half marathon, I'll be fine the day after. It was more kind of like, let's hope I can walk and I don't hurt myself. And I didn't hurt myself. I wouldn't advise anybody to do this. Like, you should do your proper training before, because you can get hurt. But I have a pretty good idea of, you know, when I'm starting to hurt in a way that would actually like injure myself. And I never felt that through this race. If I would have stopped. But I didn't. 21 freaking kilometers. Did I love it? I did. Am I doing it next year? I am. First I was like, I will never do this again. I was laying in bed for 3 days, like eating popcorn and just having Christopher serve me food. I'm like, help, I'm dying. And I'm like, I'm never gonna do this again. And then like after one day when it started feeling better, I'm like, maybe I should do a full marathon. But that's where we draw the line. No full marathons. However, next year, if I'm here, I'm gonna do this again and I'm gonna train for it. The race jitters that I felt, oh, it is so nice. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I thought I need to take you along on this journey. I love fitness and health and stuff, and I've been saying now for a month that I'm gonna do this. So I'm like, well, you're gonna have to come along with me. I will see you guys next week. I think next week we might hang out with Christopher for a day. How exciting. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you so much, and subscribe so you get notifications on when I post. I post every Sunday. Thank you and have an amazing day. Bye.